Making a fishing net. Video 2. Now that your handle is done, choose material that's going to be your frame. Using the table saw, the instructor is going to make some 1/8 inch wide cuts for you. Now let's start gathering up the pieces to get ready to glue up. You're going to need the fishnet frame, a bucket of bands, 2 full glue bottles, a couple of wet rags, some paste wax, and all of your material. That's the strips and your handle. We're going to begin by lightly waxing the jig. We don't want our frame to get glued down onto the jig. The instructor is going to show you how to bend your frame. In this case, the bands are our clamps. Using the frame and the bands and a couple of classmates, we're going to slowly make the frame bend to the desired shape. The next day, unwind the bands from the jig and put the bucket of bands and the jig away. Use a glue scraper to scrape off any dried glue, and then, with the instructor, go to the wide belt sander and sand the top and the bottom of your frame so that it's perfectly flat. Hand sand the inside and the outside of your frame. Make sure there's no dried glue or any burn marks that the saw might have created when we were cutting your strips. It's okay to use a random orbital sander with fine grit sandpaper to sand the outside of your frame. But do not attempt to use the sander to sand the inside. With a specific bit on the router table, the instructor is going to show you how to cut a groove in your net frame. That groove is going to accept the lashing twine that's going to hold your net bag to your frame. So now measure about 1.5 inches apart and make small pencil lines. With a cordless drill and an 1/8 inch drill bit, grab a scrap piece of material and drill holes through your frame on your marked lines. The scrap piece is helping minimize tear out on the inside of your frame. At the finishing table, lightly coat oil on all sides of your net frame. Wipe off any extra with a paper towel and make sure you dispose of the paper towels in the correct location. The instructor is going to give you the twine and the net bag and show you how to string your net onto your frame. And all that's left to do is use it for its intended purpose. Go out and catch some fish. This concludes video 2 of making a fishing net. Let's get in the shop so we can get back to building.